Hey Gemini, welcome back. Welcome if you are new. This will be your weekly intuitive update for my Gemini sun, moon, and rising. I do consider all these weekly readings to be timeless, so whenever you're guided here, just trust that it is the right time for you. I do recommend that you check out your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, as well as any prominent energies that we may be having in the heavens above in this current time. All right, everybody just take a deep breath. Thank you in advance for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all the things. Just tapping into this Gemini energy. Connecting with my guides, angels, ancestors. May these cards represent the highest order of truth and bring clarity. This Gemini. Are we taking all these? No. Gemini. Gemini. Something is come to a halt or a standstill, an end. Could have to do with some kind of coping mechanism or mask, facade that's being removed at this time. And it's going to be a good time to tap into your inner resources here. Make sure you stay hydrated as well at this time, Gemini. Perhaps even something with like some blessed water or like some quantum jumping with water could be helpful. The cosmic egg is the 7th chakra. It is the final epicenter of consciousness. This is a bridge from the inner to the outer. There's light, there's understanding, there's clarity coming. Make sure that you're taking the time to go within, to clear your mind, to meditate, or do some yoga, anything that connects you to your inner world and to a quiet, relaxed space at this time, Gemini, is going to be helpful for you because there is something being exposed here. We're going to go a little deeper. But the hyena is, it can be like someone using laughter to avoid tension, or it could be coping mechanisms such as addictions, alcohol, drug usage. But it's in reverse, which tells me that you're coming out of that space. But there's something here asking you to halt, to stop, to slow down, to sit, to do some introspection here. Do not take action until you get very clear. Tell me about this hyena in reverse for my Gemini. Some of you could be thinking about reverting back to some old habits. Or maybe you have even. And this is saying to take the time to tap back into your inner world, to your spirit, to source, and Let me get one more for this hyena reverse from Gemini. Yeah, it's time to get clear. This is attached to some, I feel like there's some old wounds here. Perhaps even like some abandonment. A time when you felt kind of left out in the cold. For some of you, this could be childhood. I just keep getting this old wounds. And it looks like there's an anchor here. This has been holding you down. And it's time to step into your higher judgment. What would your higher self do? You do have support here. You do have assistance here. Make sure you're calling on it if you're in need of. I just feel like you are actually surrounded by angels at this time, whether you realize it or not, Gemini. Tell me about this camel. I'm hearing the straw that broke the camel's back. Interesting. We've got coming out on the camel here, which again is your inner resources. You have everything that you need within you. There is space for happiness and joy, contentment. You might want to go back and reframe this just to reset the energetic charge, especially if you know like where this coping mechanism comes. If you can like pinpoint, that's great, because then you can go back and in your mind's eye, you can energize this in a new way. You can see it work out in a way in which you weren't affected negatively. You can use your internal world, your inner vision, to reset this energetic charge. I hope that makes sense. To see it play out differently. And see what that does for you. I bet you that will, because what it does is it alleviates that stuck stagnant energy. And you may need to do it a few times, but I would see it actually, like for example, if maybe you started smoking as a child because I don't know, maybe your mom locked you out of the house, or maybe you just couldn't go in the house because she was too drunk. That seems very specific, but and so you end up staying outside, and some neighborhood kids bring some cigarettes by, and they're like, yeah, try this out. And it makes you don't like it at first, but it makes you feel like you kind of fit in, or it just kind of takes away what you were thinking about in that moment. It makes things better in that moment because it distracted you, but you think it's because of the cigarettes. Okay, so you have that memory, right? Go back and change that memory to where, okay, yeah, maybe, you know, you do have some issues with mom, but you take that first puff and you hate it, and you decide to say so, and you hand it back to the neighborhood kids, and you say, that's not for me. And they might say something like, okay, well, you want to go play at the park instead? And you guys go play, and that takes your mind off what's going on inside. So you're reframing it. And again, you may need to do this a few times, and of course, make it specific to your own situation, but just an idea. Just thought I'd throw that out there, because I do feel like that could help some of you guys, especially those that are dealing with like addictions or coping mechanisms. All right, tell me about this cosmic egg. It's time to walk away from something or someone. And I think that you know intuitively what you need to do. You have all your cups lined up here. But there's a change in direction. Tell me about this turtle. Yeah, I think it's just important. What this reading is saying, it's important for you to sit still right now. To be with yourself so that you can figure out how to close this cycle out. And there is a new cycle that is coming in, all right? Your inner world is the key here, okay? If you don't meditate already, I highly, highly recommend that you pick up a meditation practice. Literally changed my whole world, and there's so many benefits, and I know I speak about it all the time, but it's just that important to find balance, to find healing, to find clarity and truth. Right? This is your ticket. It's your key. Let's get a couple from the Mystic Shaman for my Gemini. Get some advice for my Gemini. All right. We got the lower world and the ancient ones. Is that number 31? Breaking down to a 4. 4s create stability, foundation, structure. The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It's a place of rich, fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is the place of our ancestors, where we discover the gifts and the lessons from the past. It's the realm of the collective unconscious. And this is where we meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. So it's time to unearth your hidden treasures here. Don't make yourself small in order for others to like you or accept you. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. And as you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors, their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will all become your blessings. So now is the time to face the past. Your past is calling, Gemini, to be acknowledged, to be heard, to be embraced. And the only way to become unstuck is to honor everything that's transpired in your life, reflect on the lessons learned, and moved on. If your past is haunting you, you need to stare it in the face. You need to look deeper, all right? And please keep in mind that your body cannot differentiate between if something happened now or if it happened in the past. So if you're one that is dwelling on the past, like reliving it, please stop. All right, please find a way to alchemize that energy, because your body cannot differentiate that it's not happening now, and so you re-traumatize your body over and over again every time that you relive that experience. I don't think that's for everyone. I do think that there is someone in here that has this going on, though, where you're reliving the memory over and over. Please don't. Okay. And then we got the Ancient Ones. This is probably, excuse me, one of my favorite cards in this deck. Number 1 reminds us of source energy, pure creator. The Ancient Ones are shamans of the old. They defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. The Ancient Ones once walked the earth like us in flesh and bone, and now they reside in infinity and can counsel us after we say yes to our calling. And they're available to help us attain our full realization. Dear Ancient Ones, please come help me see. Right? The Ancient Ones are inviting you to reach to the future to help birth a new destiny for Earth. Go ahead and find out who you're becoming 10,000 years from now. That's the power of the Ancient Ones. And if you accept this invitation, great power and blessings will come your way and allow you to craft a new destiny for yourself. Do not hesitate to bite off more than what you can chew. All right, you have unlimited spiritual resources available right now, and that's really the message of the Ancient Ones. You have the resources that you need. You may need to examine your attitudes and your actions, though. Just make sure that they're in the highest integrity. Not forgiving an ancestor or even not forgiving yourself could be keeping you from some of the freedom that you seek. But you can break the chains. All right, those chains that once bound you to family drama, and you can be free of your generational curses. All right, forgive the ones you need to release, Gemini. And you can honor your ancestors. Light a candle for them tonight. All right, ask them to come in and bring you the wisdom and bring you the advice that you need at this time. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing and commenting, subscribing. Tap that notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. I love you guys so much. Thank you for allowing me to read for you, and take good care.